gas cards, or should I say fuel cards, no matter what you decide to call them, they can be used as a vehicle to reach your business funding goals. See what I did there? What's up? It's Kelvin McNeil from ApplyWithKelvin.com, and welcome back to my channel where we discuss financial wellness, business funding, and real estate, of course. 3 years ago, I made a popular YouTube video about gas cards, how you can use them to help build business credit. And you guys have been asking me for an update to it, so here it is, the long overdue sequel. If you happen to be new to my channel, sit back, relax, and make yourself at home because I'm about to take you to school. As an entrepreneur, monitoring and building business credit is really important. It's just as important as personal credit, or as I should say, consumer credit. And one of the best ways to establish business credit is through the use of revolving accounts like corporate cards, business credit cards, and fuel cards that report your monthly payment history to major business data reporting agencies. And what I like most about fuel cards is, contrary to what you may believe, fuel cards are useful to all businesses, regardless of time in business, number of employees, or the industry that you're in. So what I'm gonna do is highlight at least 10 corporate fuel cards that report payment history so that you can build business credit while breaking down the various fuel networks and what they have to offer. Does that sound good? Cool, let's dive in. So the very first fuel card I wanna talk about has the #1 fuel app in trucking, and that's the Mudflap app, boasting an impressive 4.7 out of 5 stars in the Apple App Store with over 3,400 reviews. So I think it's safe to say that Mudflap is a trailblazer in the transportation industry. In addition to their fuel saving app that includes a nationwide deal finder in real time, Mudflap Fuel app allows you to build business credit while saving dollars at the pump and tracking your spending with their easy to use fleet management tools and spend controls. And if you're like me, the first thing I thought when I discovered Mudflap is, okay, so is this just for big diesel trucks, considering the name Mudflap? Well, the answer is no. The Mudflap fuel card can be used on both gasoline and diesel. This Visa card allows you to save up to $130 per fill up on diesel at over 2,800 truck stops nationwide, including well-known stops like TA Petro, Speedway, 7-Eleven, and Sunoco. And not only can you get big diesel savings at Mudflap stops, but again, this card can be used to fill up with gasoline anywhere you can swipe a Visa card. And there are no fees for using this card out of network, and you'll even get a 2-cent per gallon reward for every purchase. Now again, the main reason it's on this list is because it can help you build business credit by reporting again your on-time payments to major business credit reporting agencies like Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax through the SBFE, which if you don't know, that's the Small Business Financial Exchange. Now, the minimum qualifications are that your business is registered in the United States as an LLC or corporation. And the great thing is there's no minimum time in business required, and there's no need for a personal guarantee. I know that's something that you guys were absolutely going to ask me. So yes, this is a no PG card. And yes, they will still ask for your social security number to verify the business owner's identity, but they'll only do a soft pull credit check, so it will not have any impact to your personal credit whatsoever. And not to worry, if your business is new, you just got to make sure you got some recent revenue history or bank balances at minimum.
I'm here, little buddy, to make some money. Anybody looking to try this fuel card, if you like saving money, this is the way to go.
I use it for truck washes. I use it to get parts. We use it when we need tires changed. From mom and pop shops to the TA, it's worked everywhere for us.
The app is great. The fuel card is a lot better. It's a lot faster getting fuel.
We don't have any fees, and we can just swipe and go, and it comes right to our phones or to the emails.
We've got 6 drivers with the Mudflap Fuel Card, and very easy to use, very easy to go onto the website and assign the cards to the drivers.
Statements are there for your taxes or any other reason. It's all right there at the dashboard, very simple.
And so much savings on fuel. A standard fuel card, you don't really know what you're getting. Mudflap, you know exactly what you're getting as soon as you're getting fuel.
And it's just overall the best option I've ever chosen for a fuel card.
We have 2 trucks. We're a small company. Mudflap has helped us out a lot. And just on the savings alone, I'm able to do things with my family, and we was able to come here to come see you guys, and I love it.
All right, there you have it. You can apply for the Mudflap Fuel Card by hitting the link down in the description below. All right, guys. So the next fuel card that I recommend is the BP MasterCard. Yes, Visa, not MasterCard, because the BP Visa card actually is a consumer credit card, which is not what we are here for and what we need as entrepreneurs, right? And if you watched the original video I made about gas cards, you would already know how I feel about this one. It's one of my all-time favorites and the one that I use outside of the Shell card most frequently. It's right there around the corner everywhere I look in both North Carolina and Georgia, which is the 2 states I spend most of my time in. But real quick, let's have a timeout.
That's a timeout on the field.
I want to call all of my subscribers to the front of the congregation. I have a question. What have I consistently taught you guys about co-branded gas cards?
I don't know.
Not only can it be used at all BP gas stations nationwide, but it can also be used at any gas station that accepts MasterCard. And what else did we learn? All co-branded fuel cards or gas cards are considered a business credit card, not a corporate card. And this means your consumer credit will be checked and a personal guarantee will be required. Now, here's some exclusive data points for the BP gas card that reports to Experian. According to the client agreement, a credit score below 600 for commercial may trigger a high-risk credit status, which is basically the underwriter's way of saying, hey, listen, we don't really want to see credit scores below 600. And if that's you and your scores are in the dumps, somewhere below 600, then you already know what to do. Hit up my team at GreenScale Credit so that we can bring those scores up, and away. So as you can see, when you come to the website to apply for this card right away, what did I tell you? You're going to see the MasterCard or the non-MasterCard. And this is the business solutions. Make sure you have this highlighted, because if you click the BP Rewards Visa, that's the one that I was talking about that you don't want. This is the personal credit. You want to come over here to business credit. And if you don't have good credit, let's say you're somewhere in the very low 600s, honestly, I would still recommend going the easy route, which is the BP Solutions Fuel Plus program, instead of going for the co-branded MasterCard program. If you want to apply, I'll put down in the description a link for you to do so. And the next fuel card that I recommend is called A to B, like going from point A to point B. There's 2 different MasterCard options. First, you have the A to B Flex for small fleets. Then there's the A to B Unlimited card. Now, the biggest difference between these two is the Flex card is simply a prepaid card, while the Unlimited gas card is a corporate trade line that reports and helps you build business credit by sharing that payment data with Experian. Okay, Experian Commercial, which again, of course, helps you build business credit, which is why we're all here. Now, additionally, the Unlimited card does carry a $3 charge per month for each active card, which is much lower than the $15 per month charged by the Flex card. And this is another one of those gas cards that does have a great user-friendly app in the App Store, currently holding a 4.7 out of 5 stars with over 1,200 reviews, including this advanced dashboard. And you can apply for either card at a2b.com/get started. You'll see right here, this is the website that I'm on right now. But there is one thing I do want to go ahead and give you a heads up on, and that is during the application, you will be required to digitally connect your bank account or upload bank statements. So this is not one of those, stated income lenders where you can just say whatever you want, or as the youngins say, they want to see if you're capping. So make sure you're realistic with what you put down as your business revenue or income. And next, you will be asked, hey, do you want a credit line? And this right here is the fork in the road, all right? Because if you go left, you will actually end up applying for the flex card. And if you go right, you'll be applying for the unlimited card. And remember, if you're here to build business credit, which I know you are, then you will definitely want to avoid saying that you do not need a credit line. If you're confused, trust me, when you start the application, you'll see there's a weird drop box and it'll say flat out, are you sure you need a credit line? This is what I'm talking about, the fork in the road. But of course, at the same time, you can actually apply over the phone by calling the A2B support team, which can be reached at 833-947-2863. All right, now the next one I want to talk about is Wex. Now, Wex has one of the largest fuel networks. Now, it can be a little confusing because they have the Wex card, then they have all these co-branded sub-network cards, but the best way to put it is the Wex card is like the main, umbrella company, right? So as you can see here, this black card, this is a great fuel card that does give you up to 10% on fuel for 3 months when you first sign up, as you can see here, right? What's great about this is it's accepted at, again, 95% of all US locations. You get all the cool, features and functions. You got 24/7 customer service, which is really important, especially if you are going to be using, these for your fleet, if you're a trucker or a Turo or whatever the case may be, right? And allows you to get better security and control for your business. Now, here's the thing I want to talk about and continue to really just drill into your head. When you come back up here, what do you notice about this fleet card? It's not co-branded, right? It's just a Wex Fleet card. Now, this is one of the dead giveaways to tell you, okay, this could be a no PG card, or at minimum, it's not going to require me to have excellent personal credit. They're probably not even going to check my personal credit. You want to know how you find out? Is by starting the application and then just really taking your time and going through and reading the application. But yes, this is a great fuel card. And there's 2 different Wex cards, only 2. So right away, you see that one has rebates, tools, and exclusive discounts, and the other one has fuel savings and flexible payments, right? But I'm going to just break it down and make it super easy to understand. All right. The black card is your net 30 account. The white card, the white and red, is a line of credit. So which one you want to sign up for is completely up to you. You can come here, just go to wexcard.com/compare cards, and you can see all of this that we're looking at together. But if you want something that is going to help you build business credit by showing that you can pay off the full balance in 30 days, then choose the black card. You want to use this as a stepping stone to get more business credit cards to show how you can handle revolving accounts, then choose the flex card. It's really that simple. And if you want to apply for this specific card, you can apply online, of course, but you can also call the number you see here on the screen. Now, the next fuel card that I want to talk about is actually like 4 different companies in one. You got Phillips 66, you got 76, Conoco. All of this is really the same gas station. Depending upon what region you're in, you'll see a different brand, but it's really the same company. And one of the reasons why I love this card is because it's really good for long distance drivers. So for my truckers who are driving the semis, right? The big boys. This is what you want to be looking at. All right. And there's actually 4 different options. You see at the top, right now, we're looking at the personal credit card. That's not what we want. We want the next 3 options. Okay. So to break this down for you guys, if you look at this, we're looking at a commercial card. Commercial means essentially it's not going to be a PG card. All right. Then you have the fleet card. The fleet card is for small businesses. Okay. If you have a small fleet, meaning you have multiple cars or vehicles, this is the gas card for you. Then, if you want pretty much a combination of the two, but beefed up with more rewards and more access, then you want to get the universal card because you get access to even more locations, including 45,000 service locations nationwide, pretty much anywhere Wex is accepted. If you want to apply for either of these cards, you got the commercial, the fleet, the universal card. You can click the button, go to phillips66gas.com/credit cards. As always, I will drop the link down in the description below. Let's keep it rolling, guys. Let's keep it rolling. All right. Next, I want to talk about Fuelman. Okay. This is one that I mentioned in the OG video too. Fuelman also has a pretty large sub network that includes BP, Wawa, Sheets, and Sam's Club. Okay. Now there are 3 options: Enterprise, Pro, and Basic. So as you see, Basic is $39 per month, and that's for all fuel cards for your business needs. Then it bumps up to $59 with the Pro. Then it bumps up to $99 with Enterprise. But the way that I look at these, no matter which one you apply for, I recommend applying over the phone. Why? Because there's always 3 different options that you don't see here. And that's going to be mixed fuel, meaning both gasoline and diesel. Then you have one that's just for diesel. And then you have one that's mixed fuel with the MasterCard co-brand. So doesn't matter which one you click on, it's going to take you to the application. Remember, I taught you in the first video the exit application strategy. So I would complete this full first part, click continue, and then just exit out of the application. They'll call you. You can have someone to speak with, and then it'll be a lot easier to make sure that you're applying for the right card. Or right at the top of the screen here, you see you can call that number 855-939-1471. But I'm a little biased. I prefer to do the exit application strategy because it's always worked for me in the past. And let's keep it rolling. Let's go. All right. Now, the next one I want to talk about is called the Coast Pay gas card. All right. One of the reasons why I love this one is for ease of use. All right. It's very easy to use. I've talked about user-friendly applications in the past, but this card is just very, very easy. And yes, they also have an app. The app is very straightforward. It doesn't have a lot of bells and whistles. And even the dashboard, when you log in, same thing. And they also give you a virtual card. This is a no PG gas card. All right. And another thing about this, which is great, they do give you fraud protection. All right. And I'm going to take you right to where you can look at the fuel cards. You see fuel cards and business cards. Okay. So if you click business cards, you'll see you come to this different screen. You can even request a demo because, Coast to Coast has a lot to offer in terms of the interface. There's no credit check, which is another great reason why I added it to this list. And it does report to the SBFE, the Small Business Financial Exchange. And so for those of you who don't know what that is, it's essentially a data reporting furnisher who shares your public data with companies like Dun & Bradstreet, Experian, and Equifax. So you could literally have payment data or even a whole trade line show up on your Experian credit report, for example, Experian Business, even though it's not reporting directly. It's reporting through the shared data from the SBFE. And this is one of those cards that would be reported through that fashion. All right. The next one I want to talk about is US Bank. And this is actually going to be the first time that I talk about something that isn't like your typical gas card. All right. It is an unsecured credit card, unsecured business credit card that's offered by a major bank. All right. But they call this, again, the Voyager MasterCard, specifically geared towards business owners who want to get fuel and fleet maintenance. All right. Now, one thing that I love about this is it can be used anywhere, that the US Bank Voyager card, because they have a basic Voyager MasterCard and then they have the one for fuel. So this is the one for fuel specifically. You can use it anywhere the MasterCard is accepted, but there's a catch. It has to be related to fleet maintenance. So that includes parking, repairs, and then hotel stays and restaurants, because that's transportation related. This is what it looks like, a sleek gray card, but I do recommend speaking to one of the freight payment solution specialists when you're applying for this one as well. You can talk about your needs. Their phone number is actually 866-274-5898. It's just a really great gas card as well. The next one I want to talk about is going to be not a gas card at all. This is the first card that I'm bringing up that is technically not a gas card. Let me take these out my ear. Now, I've talked about this card multiple times, but usually I'm talking about the secured card or version of this. This is the unsecured small business credit card. Okay. But the reason why I'm bringing it up and adding this in a fuel card video is strategically because you get 3% cash back on any chosen category. So you can get this card and choose for your category to be fuel. Okay. And if you choose to do that, then you'll be able to get 3% cash back on every time you get gas or anything fleet related. So I think for that reason alone, it's great. But yes, this is going to be a PG card. So if you care about that, then you probably want to keep looking or choose one of the other cards I mentioned here today. If not, go ahead and get you a $300 statement credit bonus when you apply online. Now, let me stick to that same thing and give you another card that is not technically a gas card, but it's a card that you can use to get a lot of cash back on fleet. There's a bunch of different American Express cards, as you know, but specifically the Business Gold card is a great one that I recommend for this video because you can get 4 times your points on the top 2 most used categories. So again, if you're using fleet a lot and using, fleet spending and gas and all that fleet maintenance, whatever, and it ends up being in your top 2 categories, you're going to get 4 times or 4x the American Express reward points. All right. Now, there are pros and cons to American Express. A lot of people don't talk about it, but of course, one of them is the annual fee. In this case, is $375. Not too bad, for the amount of reward points that you can get. And you can choose the color if you want to get rose or white gold. I think the rose look the best to me, in my opinion. But there is a introductory APR of 0% for 6 months, which I think is always great. And then you can get 100,000 points after spending your first $5,000. All right. And for the last gas card that I'm going to bring up, which is not technically a gas card, but it'll make a lot of sense why I bring it up really fast, is the Citibank Costco Anywhere Visa card. There is no annual fee, but you get 5% cash back whenever you get gas at Costco. That is by far, in my opinion, the most cash back and the best deal in terms of savings that you can get on any gas card out there. And again, this is not a gas card. You can use this at any Costco whatsoever. You can get your clothes. You know, you want to get some orange chicken like me from the freezer. It doesn't matter. You can use this and get anywhere from 1 all the way up to 5% cash back. And what do I mean by that? Besides the 5% that you get when you get gas at Costco, let's keep in mind Costco tends to have the lowest gas prices, so the savings are out of this world. But you do get 4% on anything related to gas. So even if you get gas at a different gas station, you're still getting 4%. And even on EV charging, if you have, you know, a smart car where you got to pay for that kind of stuff. You get 3% on dining, restaurant, travel, or anything, including Costco perks related to travel. 2% on Costco purchases, even on their website, and then 1% on all other purchases. I'll put the link for this in the description below. It's a wonderful, wonderful credit card that you can use for gas and fuel. All right, guys. Now I've given you at least 10 different gas cards and fuel cards that you can use to help you build business credit and save a little money at the pump. Now, if you have any questions about any of these gas cards that I've talked about, or building business credit, or anything related to finance, let me know. You know, I didn't talk about it in the beginning, but I am a mortgage loan originator. I also am a business funding broker. I've been doing lending for a long time, and I do have a credit repair business. So you haven't seen this little, you know, banner this whole time I've been talking. I don't know what you're paying attention to. Maybe me, which is pretty good. But I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening. See you on the next video.